Hey everybody, it's Steve. I'm making a quick video that was requested to show you how to get into liquidity pools. So I'm going to take myself off the screen because it's not really important to see me for this, as it's going to be more about how to do stuff on the site. And this is more for new users, so if you're an experienced person, you already know how to put stuff in pool, then you can just give this a quick like if you're nice, because this is meant for new users. So there we go. I'm gone, but I'm still here. And so this is the site I talked to you guys about yesterday. I shared with you. This was Cub Finance. It's a yield farming site currently made by the Leo Finance team. I'll put a link to my video from yesterday so you can check it out. The token was around $7 when I bought some. I've been farming it. I've been earning rewards. It's down to $4, but you kind of expect that kind of movement with new coins. So if you've never gotten to farming before, do understand that very early on, with very early percentages, the coins are normally going to go up really fast, like this one did, from $1 to $10. They're going to come down a little bit, like it did to $7, and then they're going to find an area where they get comfortable, where they're at a price where people will start to buy them more than people will sell them, to get into these pools and earn these really high APYs. Because even at $4, this is still 6,000%. This is still 5,000%, and you still have some pretty good numbers here on going ahead and using these different pairs. So right now I'm on a wallet that I'm not connected, because I wanted to show you something. The first step you're going to need to do is to set up your Metamask on the Binance Smart Chain if you haven't done that. So right here, you can pause the video and write this stuff down, or I'll just have a link to this in the video description. This is the information that you're going to need. I'm going to move this off the screen, but it's that you're doing the Binance Smart Chain. This is the RPC URL. This is chain ID. This is the symbol. This is the block explorer. So if you've never done this before, which I'm sure a lot of us have at this point, but you would go to your MetaMask. You would go here. You'd go to a custom RPC. You'd give it a nickname. I don't want to be confused, so I'm going to say Binance Smart Chain, and then I'm going to put in the RPC, chain ID 56, currency symbol BNB, block explorer BSC scan, save, and now if I back out of all of this, bam, I've loaded up. Now see, as you see, I already had my MetaMask here, so when I loaded up my account from here, I automatically have my BNB. So the next step would be to get some coins into the Binance network. So to do that, there's a couple different ways. I'm going to have a link to my video that shows you how to do it from Binance US. That explains how you have to do it using the Binance Chain wallet. Basically, what you end up doing, even though you have it set, your MetaMask set up, is you have to get this wallet set up, and then you send, you buy coins on Binance US, and as BEP2, you send them to this chain. This chain can convert them on the same wallet to BEP20 or Binance Smart Chain, and then you can send them to your MetaMask wallet. I would suggest putting them on MetaMask wallets, because not all the wallets and DeFi sites work well with this chain. But if you're in the US, it's good to have this wallet for converting your tokens back and forth. Let me just try to log into this really quick. I don't log into it much, but this is why. So I have just a little bit of BNB on this one, and it's because, see, you can do Binance Smart Chain or Binance Chain. So this is the BEP2 addresses, so you can buy tokens on Binance US and withdraw them to this address as a BEP2, and then you can send them from this wallet, the BEP2 chain, to the Smart chain. Now I've sent it from this one to this one within this wallet, and then to MetaMask. I've been told that you can go straight from this wallet to MetaMask. If you're going to try that, it's all in the example video below that I have, so you can watch that video if you're going to need to do this, and you can decide if you want to try to going straight from here to MetaMask. Do small amounts whenever you're doing this kind of stuff to test it. But the Cub Finance people, in their introduction post, have got a way for you to move your tokens from Hive Engine over to the pool. So I'm going to show you an example of doing that. So how to wrap Leo to BEP Leo. So they have this site here. So if you are a Hive user, oops, Let's go ahead and minimize this. Now you can see my messy desktop. Sorry, guys. So they have this link to this site here, and I'll go ahead and link this in the description. But really, all you need to do is come to their site here that has all their help tools. Go to how to wrap Leo to BEP Leo, and then you can follow the instructions pretty easily. But I'm going to show you an example of how it would be done. So this is the Hive Engine market. If you're moving your coins from Hive Engine over, this is where you need to come get them. This is also a place where you could come and use. You can deposit funds here from the outside world. It's easiest to do Hive, but as you can see, you can, like say, bring in Litecoin, get a deposit, and it goes through this process to get into here. You do need a Hive account to have an account here, but if you don't have one, they'll create you one when you try to set up your account. It just won't have a lot of funds on it. So the coin that we need is Leo. So I actually already moved over some of my Leo, so I'm going to need to buy some. So just to show you some simple stuff here, I'm going to go ahead and do a couple quick trades here. These are some tokens that I'm farming that I don't really use too much. No, they're not worth very much money, so that's not going to work. Let me look for something with a little bit more liquidity to pick up just a few dollars. So I'll come here, we'll go here, I'll sell 40,000 of these because I don't, well actually I want to keep more than that. I'll just do 20,000 for this example. Pick up a little bit of Hive. This kind of just shows you, this is the Hive keychain extension that you'll also can use, and you'll need to do this. Most Hive users will have this. If you don't have that already, it is in the Google Store. It's called the Hive keychain. You set it up and link it to your account, and when you set up your overall Hive Engine account, they'll kind of help guide you through doing that as well. All right, so go back to my wallet here. Now I've got a little bit of Hive, $16. It's not going to get me very much Leo because Leo is a valuable token nowadays. But let's go into here and we'll do a buy. Let's see, how many can I buy for my, I currently have 47 Hive. So we will buy, oh, that's too many. We'll buy 15 Leo. All right. Now, if you've already have Leo in your wallet, then you won't need to do this. And sorry, I know maybe I should have done these transactions ahead of time, but I kind of wanted to show somebody a way that you could get funds into Binance by using Leo and the Cub tool that they've built, which is another good thing to see that Cub Finance built this bridge already, because it allows you to have a way to move funds from one chain to another chain, from any chain into the Binance Smart Chain, which can be a little challenging for users that can't use the Binance bridge. I'm in America, the Binance bridge is blocked. That's realistically the best way to do it, but I can't do it that way. Okay, so here, you need to get your Binance Smart Chain address. So once you have your Binance chain set up, you just get your address. You want to send your Leo, so they want to know your Hive name. This is my Hive name, so I'll submit that. How much would I like to deposit? I bought 15, so I want to deposit all 15 of them. They do have a 1 Leo fee, which is about a $1 fee currently because of the value of Leo. So I'll just have to go ahead and do that. Sorry, you got to do this one, Leo to beat Leo. This is to get it back to Hive Engine, or to Leo if you wanted to. So when you have the Hive keychain up, you just hit confirm. All right, we have that done. So now we just have to wait until the Leo shows up in our wallet. The Binance Smart Chain is pretty quick, but it is going to take a little while for the Leo to get over here. In theory, what you're going to have to do before you can come over here, see, here's my Leo, but I'm going to have to, oh, look, there it is. It's already there, 14. That's how quick the Binance Smart Chain is. You're going to need some BNB. So you're going to have to buy BNB somewhere and get it into the Binance Smart Chain, because BNB is the gas. You only need about a half of BNB to be able to do a lot of transactions. Even maybe less now, because you like I'm only floating around with this much that's not staked somewhere earning more. So we'll go ahead and get out of here and we'll go back to the Cub site. So now we're on the Cub Finance site with my wallet connected. So you'll see here I'm farming away. I've got 3 Cubs to harvest, and I have a little bit in my wallet. But today we're going to talk about going into one of the first farms. So I moved over some Leo, and so I want to go into this Leo BNB pool. As you can see, I am in here with just a little bit. I'm only earning a tiny bit from this pool. I've only moved over a tiny bit of money. But we want to go ahead and do more, right? So the first thing you have to do is to add liquidity. So when you go here, you're going to go to the trade and you're going to go to liquidity. Now, if you moved over like just a lot of BNB, or you moved over a lot of Leo, but you don't want to go in this pool, then you would go to the exchange and you would trade your Leo for whatever assets that you do want to go in. But once you've picked your pool you want to go in, then you're ready to go. You can also look at the farms. The farms usually pay a little bit less, but they are a single asset, so you don't have to worry about impermanent loss. I'm sorry. Oh, the dens. So see, so you can just stake Cub and earn a 3,000% return. Your worry there is that the Cub that you buy and put in here goes down in value from the current price of 460 faster than you're earning rewards. You know, when you're earning them at 3,000%, the price can go down a little and you'll still be profitable. But we don't really know what exactly where Cub's going to go yet. BUSD is safer, just staking your wrap BNB here for 800% return. But you do always have to factor with any of these ones the 4% fee that they're going to use for buybacks. You have to, calculate that whatever you're putting in here, you have to be comfortable with leaving it in here long enough to earn back your 4%, or you're going to have a loss. That does put a little bit of sell pressure on the token, but it does give the team funds to do the buyback program that I talked about in the last video. So now let's go ahead and go add some liquidity to the chain. So one of the things that you'll notice when you click on exchange or liquidity, you're going to see the site kind of flash, and that's because they are using the Pancake Bridge backend. So you could go straight to Pancake Swap and adding your liquidity there. So we're going to go into here. It's going to take just a moment for my account to load into here. I am connected. I've noticed that lately, maybe it's just the popularity of it, but it's been a little bit slow. So you'll see here my assets that I currently have in my wallet that I could put into stuff. It doesn't show my super tokens. I bought a few super tokens for fun, but they don't show up, I don't think, yet. So I want to do Leo and BNB. I want to do all 14 of my Leo, which is going to be 0.04 BNB, or 0.0473. So then I'm going to hit supply. I'm going to hit confirm supply. You're going to see it come up here in Metamask. So right here, the amount that I'm sending them, it goes up to 0.0049 instead of 47 because there's a 0.002 fee. That's the gas fee that you're going to run into over here on Binance. That's pretty cheap. It's not as cheap as it used to be because Binance coin keeps going up in value, but it's around 20 cents, give or take a nickel, depending on the value of Binance and the current amount that you could do. It's much, much cheaper than Ethereum. That's a reason why a lot of projects like Bean over here, but it's not super, super cheap. Okay, so now I've got my liquidity added. It's pretty much done. So I can go over here to the farm. You will see there, now I went back to their front end. And then the thing that you'll need to do the first time that you come in here is you're going to need to approve the contract. This is going to cost you around that 20 cents fee. I can go ahead and bring it up and show you. So see right there, an 18 cents fee in BNB. But I don't want to actually stake in this pool, so I don't need to approve that one. So you only need to approve the contracts for the ones you want to stake in. I'm currently staking in the BUSD pair. I'm currently also staking in the safer. This is my big stake of the DAI BUSD pair. This is a much lower percentage, but much safer because my assets, I just am looking to earn back what I put in, and I've already almost done that. And then the Wrap Leo BNB pool, this one to me is pretty safe because Leo is an established token and BNB is an established token. So even if I get some impermanent loss where I gain more of one of the other tokens, it's pretty good, and the deposit fee is a little bit lower, so it's not too bad. So we're gonna go ahead and put all of my liquidity into there. It's not very much. This was just a small amount I did for an example. If you're going to get into this, I do suggest moving over more than $14 worth of liquidity. Even a $14 deposit is not going to get you very much, but you have to understand your own risk. Whenever you're putting money into any farm, your biggest risk is going to be that there's some kind of rug pull or hack of the contract. Now, I explained last time that they are a fork of Goose, and the Goose team has already passed 2 audits, and their code contract does match it exactly. And the Leo team has been around for over 2 years building the Leo Finance side before they launched Cub Finance. So this isn't a team that isn't already known for building and working and not stealing money from people. And they had already successfully launched their Leo token. And they've driven that token up to being a token that is worth $1 on an ecosystem where the Hive token is worth nothing near that. That's one of the reasons why I trust this site. And I'm not really worried personally that they're going to be doing a rug pull. That being said, you have to know that it is possible, and that I am just an investor like you. I don't know anything extra special about these guys. But there you go. I went ahead and I put money into the liquidity pool now. So you can come down to details. You can see how much money is in there. You can figure out the math on what the percentage is that you have of that pool and how much money that you have on there. Now, one of the things I'm going to show you is kind of how you would go about reinvesting your funds into the pool. So I'm going to go ahead and go once you're in the pools. Sorry. Let me just refresh that. Okay. So once you're in the pools, you can go to this home tab and you can go ahead and do harvesting, where you harvest from all 3 pools at once. The one thing you'll want to be careful with that is if you're in multiple pools, and if in one of the pools you're kind of smaller, you don't want to ever do a claim if it's not at least 50 cents, right? So you don't want to accidentally reclaim something. So what I need to do is I need to go to the farms, because I don't want to claim this. It's only 0.002. I don't want to claim that. But I do want to claim this one. So I'm going to harvest this. This is basically, that's like almost a full token, and at 460 that's a couple dollars. So even though I spent 20 cents to claim it, it's still profitable to go ahead and claim this and get this money working to me in another way. And then this bigger one down here where I have almost 3 tokens for my bigger deposit of more liquidity tokens, we're going to go ahead and claim those. So then I'm going to harvest those, and I'm going to go to the exchange. I'm going to wait a few moments for that to go through. All right. So, okay, not all of it's gone through yet. There we go. I had the other one confirm. So if I bring this up, this should change momentarily. And then refresh. Recent transactions. Oh, there we go. Okay, so I've got my 3.99 Cub. So what I'm going to do here is, because I'm in the BUSD and the DAI pair, is I'm going to sell half of my Cubs. Sometimes on these exchanges, they'll give you this insufficient liquidity for trade, but just leave your trade there for a moment, because it's just a lag thing. So I'm going to swap 2 for BUSD. And I know, don't yell at me, guys. I am selling off some of my Cub tokens at this point, but it's just to get more money to put into the pools to continue farming them. That could be hurting the price a little bit, but I'm not a whale here selling a total of 4 Cubs. So eventually, when it gets down to a certain price and it's not so valuable, I'll hold the Cubs and just try to compound them if it keeps going down, because I'm a believer in the roadmap. The roadmap is really impressive, and so I do expect that they'll do that. Okay, so then, because I'm in the DAI pool, I need to trade the rest of them for DAI. And the reason I'm kind of showing you this, I know this is making the video a little bit longer, but this is the advantage of the Binance Smart Chain. I claimed 4 tokens worth $20. I'm going to sell half of the tokens off for DAI, half of them off for BUSD. I'm going to then put that BUSD into a liquidity pool. So we're going to go here. We're going to go BUSD and DAI. We'll do a max on the DAI because it's my smaller number. And then we'll wait a moment here. Supply, supply. And so all these transactions cost me about a dime. So yes, I'm only adding $20 into the liquidity pool, roughly. A little bit less actually. And I lost $1 to that in fees to do it. But because I'm putting that money into a pool that's is currently paying out at 1,000%, that's profitable for me. And that is not something that you can do on the Binance on the Ethereum chain currently. It's something that you might be able to do in the future, and it's something that ADA and Polkadot might support. But currently, Binance is the only DeFi platform where you can come and you can compound your earnings this often. So now we're going to go back into the farm, and I'm going to go down here into this one here. And I'm going to go ahead and redeposit them. Now, yes, I am giving away 4% of this when I come in, but I'm comfortable with that because basically what I'm trying to do right now is I'm trying to get back my 4% that I gave them when I originally came into the pool, but then still be farming the Cub tokens in this safer pool because this is the safest one to be in. Well, one of them, you can do USDC to BUSD, you can do BUSD to DAI, or you can do the USDT to BUSD. Any of these three, and they're always going to trade around the same percentages because when somebody's looking to stake stable, they're going to pick the two that are the highest value in return, which is currently DAI BUSD, and they're going to go into this pool. And that's why if you look at the amount of money in these, they're always going to be really close. See, 390. 381, 383, and it's only going to vary a little bit from people moving it around. So see, I think at this point, I think I've already got this number back up to what it was when I deposited it. I'm going to go through my transactions and double check, but that was kind of my goal. My goal is to push this number up to 1,500 actually, and then once I have this at 1,500, then I will not be adding into here anymore. And at that point, I will probably start to keep my Cub tokens and start to stake them in the den just to earn more. And the reason why I'm going to be doing that is because if you come and you look at the roadmap of their team and their project, I believe they're going to pull this stuff off. And if they do pull all of this off, if they get layered farming going, if they start launching tokens from Hive onto the Binance Smart Chain with these tribe dens, if they get their Leo bridge opened up, which is going to be a bridge that'll solve the problem I showed you of how to get tokens from Ethereum over to Binance Smart Chain, which is not as easy to do as people would like. So reading this over here, they're saying you can put in any ERC20, they'll change it into a wrapped Leo, they'll unwrap it into Leo, they'll wrap that into B Leo, they'll swap that into B Leo, and then they'll swap the B Leo for whatever BEP20 token that you want on the other side. So they're planning on building an any-to-any swap where they're going to do some internal swaps in between, but for you, you'll just see I give you this ERC20 and I get this BEP20 on the other side, which means you could swap something like a Uni token for Pancake token, and you can see how many unis and how many pancakes you get, and they'll have some fees built in there. They talk about that in here, but it will be a more simplistic swap than anything out there. You won't even have to go, say, uni to uni on Binance Swap and then sell the uni for Pancake Swap. You can do a straight swap, and I'm not saying you should do that swap. I'm just giving you an example. So they're also talking about the staking and the BLEO pools that they're going to be doing. The fact that they're going to be launching there's going to be some, outside governance to make this more decentralized in the future. So everything here to me sounds like it's going to make this project be a pretty a pretty big important project possibly over here on the Binance Smart Chain. I think it has a chance to really grow it into something special. It's only been around for a couple days though, so we're gonna have to see if users can keep coming here, if we can see this number here keep going up. And mind you, when I claim my tokens and I sell them and then I get the money and I put the money back into the pool, I'm not really diluting the pool in any way, the total locked value, but I am maybe diluting the price of the token a tiny bit. But that's only if other people are not coming in to swoop it up. We'll have to figure out what price really people think Cub is fair at. I think right now around the $4 range is pretty good, but it did launch at $1. So if you want to wait and see if it retraces all the way to there, I would understand. This video was a little bit longer than I expected. If you stuck around, it's probably because you wanted to know how to do this and how to get money into these farms. I hope this video helped you guys out if you were new to the Binance Smart Chain and you needed a little bit of help getting from Hive over to here, because that's really who this video was for. Any of the users who know already how to use the Hive Engine and how to do it. I do have a video that shows you how to use Binance US and move money out. Obviously, if you can use Binance, which a lot of people out there can, either through VPN if you're comfortable doing that, or if you're just not in the US so you're allowed to use Binance, Binance allows you to buy tokens on their exchange and withdraw them to a BEP20 address directly to the Binance Smart Chain. So they don't do that in America because they're not so much allowed to. So we have to use decentralized bridges or use their little wallet tool to do it ourselves. So you can check out my video on how to do it with Binance US, or you can do it the way that I showed you through Hive Engine. Or if you have access to Binance, that is the easiest way to do it. But I can't make a video showing you how to do that because I am not allowed to. So thanks everybody. Have a good day. Bye.